Trojans, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Trojans offense takes the field to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are
turning it on. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To throw, it's Fox. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk punt.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's swallowed up in the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Now the play fake. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Let's see what he can do with it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running.
Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Fires to the middle. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the big tight end. Touchdown, Trojans. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. He leaves it with his back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking for a crease, it's Marshall. He has the first and still on his feet. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Snagged in the middle. It's Jordan. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That's caught. It's Jordan. At the 35, he's got room. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Crosses the 10. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because Defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, USC. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got a man. It's Jacobs. Racing down the left side. Inside the touchdown, Michigan. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Fox. Fires to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the 1st down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
It's complete on the right side. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
From the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Fowler. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the 1st half.
Handoff from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Fox. Caught over the middle, it's Fowler. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking the shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Just a short pass to the tight end. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And it's no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Michigan offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They'll try to get it through the air. Caught, close to the marker, it's Marshall. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On On the move, it's Marshall. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's...
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a one. They'll spot it at the 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his big tight end. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Finds the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Fox. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Flies it out of the air. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Bringing the heat. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. On this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little flip route, try to get my guy over.
They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the tight end in motion. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Turning it on! Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Just a simple play, get the speedster on the edge, get the edge, block it up really well, and then let the running back do the rest. But I do like the finish from the defense. Listen, you gave up a big play, and at least hit him as he goes out of bounds. Take a chunk out of him, make the game physical, make him pay for that run he just gave to you.
And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Leaving the punt team on the sideline, they'll go for it 4th and short from the 45. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gonna run it. It's Wormley. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quarterback will keep it. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down. A little release to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one.
No gain on the play.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Let's go.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Priestcorn. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Priestcorn. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
No gain on the play.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. One more play to pad the stats. On fourth down, looking to pass. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but